Lights, camera, action. In a studio where local filmmakers talk to other filmmakers about the inside world of film. Cut! That's not the script. It. We'll fix it in post. Do you wonder how films are produced and what really goes on behind the scenes? Well, stand by. Filmmakers Kevin Munfrey, Victoria V.A. Jones, and Carson Hype Ferguson explain all the details. Right here on It, We Will Fix It in Post podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever you're listening, I thank you for doing so. I'm once again Kevin Munfrey, and this is Epic. We'll fix it in post. I'm here with my colleagues, Victoria V.A. Jones.
What's going on?
And Carson Hype Ferguson.
Yo. There we go. So you kind of do a different thing every episode. And I'd be like, where is he going to go with this?
Don't call attention to it.
Well, I am. Every single time.
It's too late now. We're here now. So I was thinking, like, even though when we were younger, I always like the allure of being a celebrity. Was like a lot of people like they wanted to be famous. It was like a famous actor or famous singer, famous musician. They wanted to be famous because it looked alluring. Probably not so much now. What do y'all think?
I don't think I ever wanted to be famous, especially after I heard people running up on people, like the Princess Diana stuff, like with the paparazzi and all that. I'm like, no. Like, I would forget fame. I would want anonymity. I mean, because you gotta think how a rich person that nobody knows can move through society versus
that sounds so good now.
Versus like just a celebrity that may not got no money. They just like internet famous.
Most celebrities are internet famous and literally they don't have no money.
Yeah, but I'm saying like especially now, like with the viral moments. Oh, you the guy from the thing.
You the guy who do the skits.
Yeah. But like, oh, like yeah.
But
like
you'll hear a lot of influencers who were like, yeah, like my stuff skyrocketed, but I was broke. So you'll hear a lot of them say that.
A lot of them are still broke. I mean, like
if you make good business decisions, you won't be broke. But I'm saying,
yeah, but you gotta be able to monetize. Some people are doing the stuff just to do it, but they never even thought about the monetization to begin with. So how you gonna make money when that was never your aim?
You weren't necessarily prepared to be a valuable commodity.
Yes,
and it happened, and now it's like skyrocketed, and I almost feel like it's too late to kind of monetize it, or even actually. Even I think she's kind of making money off of this. The Risa Tisa lady.
Oh yeah.
And so most of them, she did a whole story.
That why did I get married?
Yeah,
it don't make no sense.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense.
And the thing, it like by the and
she got a new car, didn't she?
Yeah,
somebody gave her a new car. And all this
I think
stuff?
like, at the end it did, but
yeah, but it's like Oprah though. She gonna pay taxes on it.
But yeah, now by the I think. By the time, because she was doing it like chapter by chapter, so by the time she got closer to the end of it, I believe, is when it started getting big. So those videos that she was doing were not monetized.
Yeah, but it still don't make no sense. The story don't make no sense.
Hey,
like
it was entertaining.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
It don't have to make. It was entertaining.
It was
entertaining.
No. I'd rather pull my eyelids off and get strapped to a chair watching Real Housewives marathons, 1 through whatever number they are.
Oh
that
my
was
gosh.
I forgot that I even went to work that week. I was so enthralled with that story. But she didn't make money off of, like, I would say probably a good 80% of those TikToks, I believe. But I believe I think the last portion of it was monetized. But I'm just saying that, like, those things went by the millions.
I know.
Like hers, like probably 3, 4, 5. Like, it was talked about everywhere. And like I don't know how much money she's got.
I don't even have TikTok, and I saw it. So
exactly, it was everywhere. And like whatever money she's gotten from it, it's not the money she could have made. But it's like those types of things, you never know that they're going to blow up. Like she probably was just saying it just to be talking about it, and next thing you know,
right. And where's she at now? Nowhere.
The internet is not a therapy session. That's the way I looked at it. I was like,
you're right.
I mean, because there's a lot.
People put a lot of stuff on the internet.
There'd be a lot of people crying in their cars about how hard everything is now, and you be seeing it left and right. And I'm like, everything's hard, all this. I'm like, why are you crying to strangers?
Because they're looking for attention.
You gotta think how
it's all a show.
You gotta think how awkward it is. Okay, I set this camera up. Make sure the angle good.
I don't know if they're doing that much setup.
No, like some of them are.
Some
are.
are.
Some are.
So it's just like the influencers who how I start my day. You know, I wake up in the morning, I start my day like this. And all this,
I don't really mind.
Like really, you're in bed. You set up a camera, so that means you get back in bed.
Yes.
To put the covers over you. You flip the covers over. You get up. You yawn, and you
see. I don't think like for you and me, I don't think that would ever be something pleasing to watch because we know how much work you did. So it's like I can't take that. It doesn't feel authentic.
But never feels authentic.
I don't mind. I'm like, if it looks good, it looks good. But it's like you can't tell me this is not. It's not an authentic.
There's some people who go by that stuff, and they're like, oh, that person does that, so let me try to get my life together.
It's a. I'm gonna say. It's a structured version of what their what that supposedly situation is. Well, they talking about their day at work. Now, it's not ideal. It's not picture perfect because I always say that it's hard to be your authentic self when the camera's in your face. So you're gonna put I always say the date version, your first date version of yourself. You're gonna put that on camera.
I don't know, like especially with some of the younger cats, like these dudes paid a lot of money to watch this girl sleep on camera.
Wait, what? Huh?
She was sleeping on Twitch. They donated to her account, whatever, and she woke up like 40, 50 grand, like more richer.
Hey, however you got.
I can't even 40 or 50 grand.
Nah, man, that's not cool.
I'm not even gonna hate on that.
That's not cool. I ain't doing that.
Hey, it's expensive out here. Do what you got to do.
Well, we are a different brand, okay? It's a lot of stuff that we're not going to do. But it's a lot of people who go out there and do some weird stuff, all right? You know what I'm saying? That's just like the people with the feet, okay?
Oh, there's worse than that.
I wouldn't even go into that point.
There's worse than that, though.
The non-playable character
the
type
NPC?
Of thing?
No. Yeah. There's worse than that. There was a girl selling her flatulence. I'll say it like that. It was like a glass jar with a sponge in it to like absorb like all that. And she's selling her flatulence.
And she made a killing.
She made a lot of money, but then she had to stop because she thought she had a heart attack. She had to induce so much gas in her because she was eating all this food and taking all this stuff or whatever that she thought she had a heart attack and actually was affecting her health. So she stopped.
So when I was originally talking about this wasn't really where I was planning on going with this.
But
this is literally not where I was planning on going with this conversation.
But seriously, this is a new celebrity. This is a new celebrity, like the streamers and stuff.
I was talking about the traditional celebrity.
But even at that, I've talked to a person that is actually a celebrity, was in a bunch of stuff, whatever, and his son is like looking at all these streamers, like, oh yeah, this dude is like such and such, and he does such and such, and he's been doing it for this many years, and he's just like, I'm not hating, but I don't understand.
It's not for us to understand. Like I don't really stress out or overthink it because, like, the Casanat, now in a sense I get it in a sense because it's like you're in a conversation with this guy, you kind of feel like you know him. You feel like it's a more of an in-depth experience. But I'm not for to sit there and watch a guy just hang out in his room, hang with the people on a stream. Now, I have watched, like when certain like celebrity news come up, like I've watched the DJ Academics grow through it and all that occasionally. That's about as far as I go with streaming. But there's like people who they'll just sit and watch people play video games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a thing.
It's a thing. Oh no, it's definitely a thing. It's just not me. It's I'm another generation. It's not my thing. I can't do it. But again, I wouldn't talking about that celebrity. But I mean, it's a great point because it is the new celebrity now. I was talking about traditionally, like in the sense of
the movie star, pop star,
a movie, even pop star. Yeah, I was
pop star, Britney Spears.
But I would go into like the movie star realm first. Like there was a bit of anonymity at one point where you could go out there, do some interviews, sell it. Because if you're like the starting role of the film, you're selling the movie. You're the reason they're going to the movie. You're the
Oh yeah.
you gotta promote the movie. It's a lot of work. But now there's you gotta share so much scenes of your life. Like anonymity is just what is a hard word to say for me today. It just seems that is less and less. Now someone of my age, I can appreciate a person who just steps in and out. But it's almost like I don't know if you can even do that as an actor now.
No, but you know what? Like there was always a certain segment of society that expected more. So like they would pay for the ticket or pay for the CD. They would be entertained by it, but they thought as soon as they saw you that you owed them more. Cause like I spent my money. I'm like, yeah, you can be a fan of me, but that was an even exchange. I made this CD with music, or I made this movie. You enjoyed it, you love the scenes or whatever, but I don't owe you anything, especially when I'm out eating with my family.
I feel like there was a point where that was understood, at least generally.
No, there was enough people that would get bent out of shape and have issues.
Oh, I think you always had those people. I feel like there's a lot more of them now.
Oh yeah,
where it's like, oh wait, you don't have an Instagram? Wait, you don't have a TikTok? Like what?
Well,
or Twitter to get like it seems like they.
Well, the prevailing view now is if you're famous, then the public has a right to either use your time or whatever. Like they can do whatever. And I got in an argument with this one cat, whatever, and we kind of said some very unnice things to each other.
Oh, for real? You still talk to him? Like, are y'all still friends?
No, we were never friends. Like this is actually.
Oh, I thought you meant it was your friend.
No. Like actually, it was a friend of a friend that I never met before.
Yeah.
And we said some real foul stuff to each other, and like I'm like, yo, you bought this dude's album. He's out eating with his friends. He's got or family. He's got young kids. Don't approach him. Shoot him the deuces. That's it.
I'm sure he gave the argument. This may have been the only time they ever get to see this person.
No. He said, well, he's a celebrity, so it's whatever, basically. And I was like, that's stupid.
And you know where that kind of came from, and it's because like at least in this country, like legally, if you are a public figure, you do not have the rights to privacy that a private person has.
In the public, yes. But
see, that's the thing.
But in your own home, even that gets kind of muddy. But still,
the thing. It gets completely screwed. They just hear that and it's like, well, you're a public person, so I have access to you.
Yeah, which is stupid. That's dumb.
People don't necessarily think about that with some sort of common sense. So like, yeah, you have this person's like if I'm a celebrity, so you maybe have a bit of an access. You get to know more information about my life than the average person, or probably more access than what I become like my dating life. Like I don't feel like this some person should know, but that's always been of interest to people. With your like if your family makes a mistake, that's a story that's on you. If your cousin got caught drunk driving, Kevin Mumphrey's cousins caught drunk driving. It's like
I'm gonna say that's my fourth cousin.
And I mean, cousin relationships is like we could be cool. I mean, we got cousins that we're probably close to, and we got cousins that we probably would have just found out that it was our cousins when they got arrested.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know you. Like, who was that? So, but then once they find out that person connects to you in some sort of way, that's a story that you got. I'm
gonna disown people. That's what I'm gonna do. If I ever get famous, I'm disowning. If you do some crazy stuff, I'm disowning you.
Yeah. So they get you an interview. So you're a few weeks ago, your cousin Claudia was caught drunk driving in Las Vegas.
First of all, if that person's name is Claudia, I know they ain't my cousin. That's the first thing right there. Wow. That's number one right there. Use another name.
Okay, so let's try. We found that a few weeks ago your cousin Angie was caught drunk driving in Las Vegas.
Second of all, go ahead. No, go ahead. Drunk driving in Las Vegas. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm painting a very horrible picture.
Oh my goodness.
So just wanted, have you talked to your cousin at all about?
And I'm gonna say who? What's their name again? What's the name?
The cousin Angie. We got a picture right here.
I don't know who that is. They said that was my cousin. Oh no. We got
You know, it'd be driving me crazy. What used to drive me crazy? It was like around 2008 or 9. Like if one of your family members said something crazy, people would like, "Oh, do you rebuke your do you rebuke your family member?"
I get you.
And I'd be like, "Yo, like, like what are you talking about? Like that's it. That's my daddy or that's my cousin, that's my uncle, whatever. And I love him. I like he's wrong, but why would I sit up here and just throw him under the bus? Like, you know, like for you, I don't know you. Who are you? Who are you to tell me what I need to do with my family?
It's kind of like Mariah Carey's siblings.
Like stepsister, or was it?
No, those are her.
Blood? Or like I thought it was like a half
brother and sister. Yeah.
I didn't hear about. I heard about the sister. I didn't know if it was like a half sister. Or
No, so they were like, yeah, Mariah Carey didn't do nothing for us, and I think the brother did an interview of like, you know, our sister is sick and she's done. I guarantee you, Mariah Carey probably gave them some money.
Yeah.
And they probably blew the money.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I'm not giving y'all nothing else.
Yeah.
Or she said she knew them how they were before she got famous and said, no, I'm not giving them nothing.
And that's the thing.
And
right there.
And I'm pretty sure every celebrity got a family member like that. Because suddenly you get famous. One, you got some new family members.
I'm trying to tell you.
And a few of them, you know, they got an idea for a business, and you know you could afford it.
Hell, like when T.O. got his big money contract from the Eagles, I remember like one of his family members like, "We rich." And I would have been the first person. I would have been the first person to set him straight. I'm rich.
No, I got triggered with you saying this. So I can't imagine. Because I'd have been like, "Who? Excuse me? Who said that?
We rich.
Who? When did you start speaking French?
Right.
Like
what? Like what's going on over here?
Our bank account.
What?
And there's so many stories too, like especially athletes, whatever. Because you know I carried to one of your games when you were 6.
I would have been like, what game was that?
you got man, Victoria, you know I had to help carry your cameras for you.
I would have been like, where the receipt at?
Like, because I remember like Tavon Austin, whatever, when he got drafted from West Virginia. You know, take me home, country road. Yeah, but he got drafted from West Virginia to the Rams or whatever. He's like, everybody's asking me for money. He's just like having that moment where he's like, damn, man, like, leave me alone. Leave me alone, man. Like that Michael Jackson song. Leave me alone. I love that song.
Is that what you tell people, to leave you alone most of the time?
Oh, that's what I would tell them, like, you know, with the fame and all that stuff. Like I felt that song and I had no money. I was in my room or whatever. I might have had $5 in my little dinosaur wallet.
Let me tell you. So
Michael, you hitting on that.
So literally when I done the story of Randolph back in 2019 and it came out, and I think I told you, Kevin, about I had people who I have never heard of before telling me that they were my cousins. So we done radio interviews and everything else. I had people in my DM saying, "Hey, I heard you on the radio." People who I went to high school with who literally bullied me. In elementary school, they bullied me.
So you've gotten a piece of this.
Just a little bit. And I'm just like, oh, okay. But then I kind of get like literally somebody in my DM said, "Hey, I heard you on the radio this morning." This person literally made fun of me in middle school. And I'm kind of like, I didn't say this to this person, but I was like, weren't you the person who like called me fat back in middle school and like had everybody else like talk about me? And like, you're in my DMs. I have not heard from you from years. Like, I don't know how we became Facebook friends, but literally,
I guarantee you that was a mistake.
Literally, you in my DM talking about, "Hey, I heard you on the radio." Okay, that's cool. A whole bunch of other people heard me too. Like, what you want? Get to the point. Or it's the people who are like, "Hey, you know, back then I always had a thing for you." Okay. We here now.
You know what's funny? You know
what's going No.
You know, it's funny. Like as soon as you started saying that, I just heard the lyrics from that Little Kim song "Crush on You." I
They
promise
all
you,
got a crush.
because
on you
you there's that one part of it. It's like I heard you on the radio.
now. Yeah.
True.
True. And I'm just like, okay. But I'm literally, this person bullied me in middle school. And we never talked out like we went to high school together. After that, nothing. Crickets. But you literally hit me in my DMs telling me you heard me on the radio. What am I supposed to do for you? Well, like, what am I supposed to say to that? Like, for real.
I had to let you know that I got a crush on you.
How do like?
How did I? You can ask, how did I sound?
No.
Did I sound nice?
Mm-mm. I don't know what their agenda was, but it was quite, and that was a small movie. So just imagine.
Have you thought about that? Like, man, this is just a small project. Let's say I'm on Good Morning America.
Oh, it would be much worse. I'd probably have to have a new phone number. I would probably have to have a new Instagram, every social media, everything. It would be bad.
And that's crazy that you would have to transform your life that much. And probably celebrities have to do that. Like,
and they do. So if you notice, most of the celebrities do not run their own social medias.
The smart ones do. There's
somebody else who runs it.
It depends on what type of celebrity, yes. Like the major ones, yes.
But I feel like musicians.
But I'm saying, like,
do it too, though.
If you're a certain type of celebrity, I think it would be advantageous for you to run your own stuff. Like, so, like, if you're like your brand is like more a personable brand, you don't have like an outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, say like Gwyneth Paltrow or something like that, I don't expect her to run her own stuff.
That's just like well, these are rappers, but I know 2 Chainz doesn't run his own. Lil Wayne doesn't run his own Facebook pages.
And
the only way I know this is because I follow those 2 pages on on Facebook, and they will put these quotes of the day up there, and I'm like, 2 Chainz didn't say that.
Snoop don't run his own either. Like, that's old boy from Pretty Ricky.
Oh yeah, he got like the whole. I don't almost think any. I don't feel like when it comes to like Facebook, I don't almost feel like hardly any celebrity runs their Facebook. I always think the ones they run would be like Instagram or Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. But Facebook, because for one, you don't really check for what they say on Facebook.
Yeah, but you can turn your comments off. Can't you turn your comments off on Facebook?
I don't know.
I think you can on all of them.
I know you can on Instagram.
I don't know about Facebook. I don't know. Like, but you could just like limit it to where people can watch it, but they can't interact with it. Probably. I don't know. Like, certain amount of people, like, if they don't, like, if they're not friends, they can't comment on it. I don't know if you can deactivate it totally though.
But you can on Instagram, because there's a couple of people who are famous on Instagram, and
there's some that should have their comments deactivated.
You can't comment on any.
I be looking at some people though. They be having them like weird takes, like where they be trying to like engagement farm. Trying to get, and I'm like, and then they turn their stuff off, and I'm like, you're a coward, because like, no, you sit up here specifically trying to get a rise out of people because you're gonna say something fiery,
right? And
then like you turn your stuff off because you're gonna get some fire. Like one dude, he does like cultural commentary or whatever. It was a while ago. Man, people got real gully with him, and then like they were like sending him DMs or whatever, or his dead mom and all this other stuff. Man, and I'm like, man, you saying so, look, it ain't right, but I'm just saying, man, like the internet is the internet. It take and it give. It give and it take.
Oh, it definitely give back. Now, do you feel like, since we're bringing up the internet, do you feel like what kind of celebrity could be a celebrity if they did not want to have social media presence at all?
The older celebrities, like if you've been in the game for a minute.
So you'd be like I don't know if Denzel does have it. If he does, he's definitely not running it.
Yeah.
Or like a Tom Hanks.
Yeah. Because even those celebrities, like I saw some on Facebook the other day. They had these photos of Denzel, the younger Denzel, and somebody said I understand why women fell over him, in their what
And
yeah.
in his younger days, yeah.
So the fact that the women who fell over him, those women are gonna tell their kids about Denzel. They're gonna go and they're gonna look at Denzel. They're gonna watch a film about Denzel. So it's gonna be a generational thing. That's just like Waiting to Exhale was one of my mom's favorite. Is one of my mom's favorite movies. So she watched the movie. When I got a little bit older, I watched the movie, and I know all those people. I recognize all those faces. So when I see Loretta, I think that's her name.
Loretta Bynes, something like that.
Yes. So when I watch her in other things, I know who that is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just something that's generational right there.
So I almost seems like you're saying like it wouldn't even there would probably be little to no benefit for them to even be on there.
Not the older people. No, not the people who've been in there and who are known.
Denzel's one of those celebrities that's of the old guard where even young people respect him. Like he's put in that much work to where you go and see a Denzel film for Denzel.
Actually, it's like a him. I know I said Tom Hanks, Idris Elba. Even though I think he's a little more active on social media.
He might be. I don't know.
Because he does his DJ thing.
He still doesn't run his own stuff though.
I thought he did it for his
No, he don't run his own.
That DJing.
I mean, like he probably put stuff up, whatever. Like, I mean, it's theirs, so they can take it over whenever they want to. But day to day, probably not.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. But yeah, I'm going to end it here. I'm like I feel like we've painted a rather scary picture of being a celebrity. Now, yeah, as I mentioned this, I'm thinking like for what we all do, there is even just this podcast, it could blow to the point that we become public figures.
Good.
Very well. Say it will. Put it into existence. This will blow up to the point where we are public figures. Y'all better get ready.
I'm already a public figure.
If I'm going to have to be a public figure, I would rather it be for other things, and then they come to the podcast. But I'm just saying, like with you doing directing, me acting, us doing films together, all these things that we do. Something could happen and we end up being public figures. Is that something that you you've already gotten a taste of it. Is it something that you kind of fear when you're doing what you do?
I don't fear it, but sometimes I don't understand it, but I know what comes with the game. So if you are in this and you are passionate about it, it don't matter acting, whatever, and you're not trying to get to that next level, but when you get to that next level or you blow up, you have to understand your role. I get my role. I don't like people, but I mean that's the truth. I don't like people, but the fact is I have to go. I have to engage. That's just how it works.
I would say this all the time because like people don't necessarily believe like, wait, you're an introvert? You don't like being like, no, I like being out with people, but yet I work in news, I work in radio, I act, do films, and I'm doing a pod. Nothing in my life says I don't like dealing with people.
Right.
But if something happens and a check mark hits my name anywhere, I'm changing and disabling everything. My number is being changed. It will probably I probably will not even have a number. Call my mama, she give me the message. Don't even social media, it's all, and I got a whole bunch of friends that are just on social media. If suddenly I wake up and I've got like 1.3 million followers, oh no, I made a mistake. I gotta get it off, Lord have mercy.
But I'm saying it's I understand what comes with it. So I am very much an introvert. Like literally, if I'm doing too much of peopling, I have to go home and sit in silence. And
I just sit in my car.
That's just how that goes.
Now, Carson, is it something you fear?
No.
If it happens, it happens.
I mean, there would be drawbacks that I would not like. I mean, but you have to take the good with the bad. But then if somebody's being too much or too overly, I'll be like, hey, I'll be looking at other people around him, and I'm like, hey, I'll sign your autographs, but he's doing too much. Hey, I'll let y'all handle that.
So when I'm thinking,
So you're gonna have bodyguards?
In certain circumstances, yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna have.
Not all the time.
It's
Like
gonna
certain events, I probably would. I
If
probably
it's
would.
too peoply, like yeah, we
No,
got.
I mean, it depends on the event, you know, and where I'm going or whatever. And you know, you have that big muscle bound dude like in the background or whatever. Like you know that helps some people like not be as courageous.
No, some people don't care. Some people still gonna try to go after you.
Oh, that's cool, but hey, you about to get tossed out the
I
club.
could just.
You about to get tossed out the club.
Did you like the situation with the singer Bad Bunny when someone tried to get like a picture of him? He took their phone and threw it.
What?
Oh yeah, he launched that phone because he was actually here I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he did not look like he was happy to see these fuckers. Everybody just got their phones out trying to take pictures of him. They literally like
Wait, that was here?
he was in Nashville. He was
So-
walking in Broadway.
Yeah, that's silly.
And,
That's silly.
and
Like,
it's like
it's like that's you kind of calling for it,
it's
especially
like,
that
I
level.
can see Carson doing it. Just let me see your phone, and then
No, because
Tom
like
Brady.
because one like if I'm in that open environment or whatever on a very very open well known street,
Public street?
and nobody is expecting me, of course you're gonna get that kind of treatment. I was like, I never act like that. I'm like, hey, I ain't doing that right now, or like, hey, yeah, let me get a mulligan or whatever, or meet me at this deal. I would do a meetup, and you know, you and you
So
know,
you would kind of like I guess put yourself in that zone.
yeah, I would have to. Like
That's what I'm saying.
in that moment, if you're walking down Broadway, what are you walking down Broadway for? Being like that kind of celebrity. Taylor Swift don't do that.
Taylor Swift got a bench out at the Parthenon that she will never probably sit in, unless it's like 3 a.m. I remember it was a crowd of people that just wanted to take pictures. On
Who
the
just
bench.
want? Yeah, they just want to sit on the bench.
Like
literally.
Taylor's butt is never touching these seats.
I mean, but she has been in Nashville when she was like kind of coming up to the meteoric rise.
Yeah.
And then like the paparazzi basically got ran out of Nashville.
Oh no, I heard something like at one point I heard like TMZ was trying to set base in Nashville,
Yeah.
and they shut
They were
that
like,
down.
yeah, no, like the ordinances and all that stuff. Most celebrities really like Nashville because for the most part, people don't mess with you like that. Especially like if you out doing something or eating or with your family.
It's somewhat frowned upon.
They'd be like, oh, that's such and such. Like, hey, and then they walk off.
Yeah.
You know, like you might get one or two or whatever, but if you're in a restaurant, like most of the time, nah. But if you're outside, like out and about, it'd be like what is it? Like a friend of mine was at Green Hills Mall, and he's like looking over, and he's like, oh man, that dude kind of looks like Jack Black. And then like the dude like looks over, he's like, hey guys, and then walks over to him, and it's Jack Black.
Oh, okay. But does he live out there?
I think he is in a greater area.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Honestly,
Because
that doesn't surprise me.
There's a bunch of people. Like I mean, like there's people who used to be like in line, like at the Starbucks in Green Hills. Like Jeff Fisher be in line, and like what's it? Not Winona Ryder, but one of the other.
Ashley Judd.
It might have been Judd. Like they'd be like, you know, kind of you would kind of tell, but you
Melissa
know, like
Joan Hart stays out here.
they'd be
doesn't
like,
she?
yeah, she's cool. Like I met her and her husband a couple times.
Kobe Calais stays out here too.
A bunch of people do.
Yeah.
A gang of people do, and then people just keep on moving here, especially people like with moniker fame.
Yeah,
because most people they don't mess with them like that. Like other places where they swarm them and like try to think, oh, I can just monopolize their time or whatever. Oh, like I love you and such. Like oh, have a good one, and then roll out. It's kind of cool actually.
And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna roll out. Thank you.
I knew he was gonna do
Thank you for that.
Stop giving him punchlines, man.
That was a great one.
I mean, like I can't help it.
So, now,
I'll be trying my best not to say nothing to give him a punchline.
yes, back on me so I can roll on out. Thank you all for listening once again. I am once again Kevin Mumford with my colleagues Victoria V.A. Jones
With no punchline.
and Karsten High Farguson.
Left, right, left.
And we are rolling out.